So what we're gonna do today is that we're gonna spin this dial to figure out which one wins. Okay, so let's do it. On 3, 2, 1, boom! Let's go! Spin it!
Hey guys, Krisha here. Please be cautious of any fake comments and emails you may receive from people pretending to be Mango Research. Sean and I will never, ever contact you for investment opportunities or anything of that sort. To get in touch with the real Mango team, make sure to join our official Discord chat using the link in the description below. Stay safe out there, and remember, do it Mango.
And what's up, you guys? Welcome to the Mango Grove. My name is Krisha, and this is today's Bitcoin and an altcoin analysis video. I have Sean with me today. Sean, say hi.
Good morning, everyone.
So guys, today, of course, we'll be talking about Bitcoin, and then we'll be moving on over to an altcoin. And which altcoin? Well, you guys did not come to a consensus on one. So it was a draw between three. Okay, the draw was between VeChain, SHIB, and Ethereum. So what we're gonna do today is that we're gonna spin this dial to figure out which one wins. Okay, so let's do it. On 3, 2, 1, boom! Let's go! Spin it! Decide for them.
Oh no way! Okay, let's do it.
Okay.
SHIB it is.
It's SHIB. Okay, SHIB. We have not looked at this chart, just a quick heads up. But guys, listen, if you are looking at any specific altcoin, any particular altcoin that you are holding, you want to know what's going on, guys, just go ahead, pause the video, get down to the comments section, and tell us which altcoin you want us to cover.
Every vote counts.
Exactly.
Because you guys did not vote, you're going to be forced to watch SHIB today. So blame no one but yourself.
Exactly. Okay, so take the time, get down to the comment section, tell us which altcoin you want us to cover, and then when you're scrolling back up, you're going to see those likes and the subscribe button. Go ahead and hit the like button because that helps us understand whether or not you guys are enjoying this content. And if you haven't already subscribed, hit the subscribe button as well. Alrighty? Mm-hmm. Now, Sean, let's get on over to the charts.
Let's do it.
Okay, because Bitcoin did something, of course, spectacular yesterday. It was very typical of Bitcoin to come down.
Hey, it defended the zone we marked out yesterday.
Okay, it did. So Sean particularly was looking at this zone coming in from 33,000 going all the way down to 31,000, right? And we saw a hunt, I guess.
Yes.
Now, Sean, you brought this up actually in the Seed Discord chat yesterday.
Yes.
Right. So let's go ahead and very quickly pull that up so at least they get a visual on what it is that you showed the seedlings, right? I'm going to go ahead, pull up that screen right now, and there we have it. Okay, so this, let me just zoom into this image. Sean says, order flow module, guys, look for liquidity pools getting tapped there, and then watch to see what happens to give you clues for more info. Now, this was before the hunt even happened.
Yeah, well, it was in the progress. That's kind of why I marked out the X mark right over here, right? We're looking for this to get hunted, and essentially the tick mark over here where we're like, okay, it's beginning to take place, which is why as soon as I started seeing the first clues, I posted it in the C chat. I did mention it, I believe, on the Grove too. But yeah, these were the first clues, which is why I said, look to see what happens next. To give you clues for more information, essentially, of how you could be playing this. Now, you could play this defensively, right? And we talk about this in far more detail in the Seed module on institutional order flow. So, guys, if you are in the Seed program, you have access to the Seed course, make sure that you are watching or re-watching that module, especially during this period, because you are witnessing another live example of how these things play out. And if you scroll down, you can see that I was talking to Trader Fraser about this idea as well, because he was also looking for something like this to play out. Trader Fraser, by the way, big shout out to him. He's one of our veteran seedlings. He's been here with us since the very, very freaking start. So he has a lot of market experience as well. And I think you were looking for these wick lows to get tapped too, eh? And he's been very, very patient with this trade as well. This was his specific setup that he had posted in the seed charts as well. So yeah, big big shout out to him. And he posts the thingy over here. And right over here, I say I'm buying some spot over here because we start seeing the clues unfold, right? We start seeing confluence on the SPY charts as well, right? We're seeing strength on traditional markets. In fact, NASDAQ has broken into new highs. All of that in combination made me feel a lot more confident about buying into that liquidity pool over there. There was a lot of liquidity that the big players were clearly were tapping into, right?
Right.
So, yeah, and remember, Kusha, we talked about how you could either play this as a long-term move or you could be playing this as a short-term scalp trade. So, yeah.
So you bought spot there.
Yeah, right? I bought spot. So I essentially am buying this as a long-term trade. And in yesterday's video, we were already discussing how if you're buying for the next years to come, this is a flat-out buy, right? So that just gave me more comfort in buying at that juncture right over there.
Okay. And that makes sense. And I completely agree with you in that this is a good juncture if there is a long-term play that you guys are looking at. I mean, Bitcoin has taken a 50% pullback, right? From the highs to even where it's at right now. That's a good 47%, right? That's a really, really good pullback. All right, so now let's try and sort of unwrap what's happening on Bitcoin's chart right now. Okay, we've seen this powerful sort of wick to the upside. I mean, the bulls really stepped in here. That was a 15% wick, right? I believe you had done the calculation yesterday. That was a 10% wick on Bitcoin, taking back that range. Now, question is, people are like, okay, what do we expect from here? Like you just mentioned, NASDAQ is also moving to the upside. We're seeing the S&P, we're seeing, you know, all of these upticks across the board. But this is what Bitcoin is doing right now, right? How do we really dissect this picture? If I just have to rely on my TA, I feel like that's one thing that sort of helped me more than all of the noise out there. If there's anything that I can really, really trust and rely upon, it is the TA. If I'm just looking at the TA right now, I'm still saying that Bitcoin has strides to make before we actually start taking a bullish turn.
Okay, so you mean strides to take towards the downside?
Towards the upside.
Oh,
if
okay.
this has to turn bullish, if we have to see a reversal, I will be looking for Bitcoin to really start putting in proper uptrend.
So what you mean is Bitcoin needs to prove itself a bit more to you. Okay.
So what I'll be looking for, honestly, guys, I'm just gonna go ahead, put on the Ichimoku cloud. I want to see price take out that 21 EMA once again, and I want to see a trend being established over the daily 21 EMA. Okay.
Kusha, you were mentioning how you weren't expecting the first claim of the 21 EMA to hold, right? Yeah. And this is something that you and I used to play one of our trade setups back in the day. Exactly.
Especially when we have like an established downtrend, and then we see a rounded formation, and then at the first jab of the 21 EMA is usually a failed sort of claim, right? Only for a price to break back down, and then for us to take it up again, and then that's when it sets the trend. So I'll be looking for something very similar here, but I want to see strength coming on the 21 EMA. So if we can start taking back the 21 EMA, which, by the way, guys, comes in at around 36,400, I will then be looking for an uptrend to be established. As soon as we start breaking out of the range, this range comes in at 41,600 and just 41,600, let's just round down. 47,000 is going to be the next region of contention, which is also our breakdown point.
Yep.
What are your thoughts on this? Where do you think Bitcoin is leaning right now at this current juncture, based on how we closed the weekly, how we closed the 4-day time frame? We went over the 4-day yesterday, right? As well as this daily candle. Yep. Where are you leaning?
My rules are forcing me to lean bearish over here. I really don't have an option, right? I follow the rules, and the rules are forcing me to lean bearish. Just like you said, Krisha, you're looking for Bitcoin to prove itself a lot more to you. Bitcoin needs to do a lot more for me. In fact, this morning we were talking about in the chat, right? There are 3 things I'm looking for Bitcoin to do. First thing, I'm looking for it to close above the daily range right over here. So once it closes in this range above this green zone that we marked out yesterday, right, it will reclaim the daily range it lost on the China FUD news, whatever happened, right, that we discussed yesterday. So that's the first thing it needs to do. The second thing it needs to do is reclaim the 4-day dynamic zone that we've been talking about. It lost that as well.
Yes.
Right. And the third, most important, which will set the tone, in my opinion, for the rest of the market's structure right now, is what's happening on the weekly time frame, Krisha. And this is how we started off the week with our analysis as well. If you do remember, we talked about, okay, cool, guys. Yes, the weekly is looking bad. Let me just get that. Okay, so the weekly is looking bad, and this is back in Monday. We were talking about this on Monday. We said on Monday the weekly is looking bad, right? But think about it, guys. We have 5 days and 20 hours to go before we close the week. A lot can happen. Who knows? We may close the week within the range. All we need to do is close above 34,000, right? To close it back within the weekly range, right? And then who knows? We may close the weekly green. And then who knows? We may actually have a full-bodied green candle. A lot can happen in 5 days. Well, now we have 4 days and 20 hours left. So damn, it's been only a day since we discussed that, or 2 days perhaps.
Yeah, so this is that was actually a plausible scenario that you brought up in yesterday's video. By the way, guys, if you did not catch yesterday's video, I definitely suggest catching that video. I will link it above. It was a lot of fun for us to do as well. There were a lot of really cool jokes in that one, so definitely go ahead and catch it. But Sean,
so was that yesterday's video where I discussed this, the weekly?
Yes,
okay,
yes.
Okay.
So this is what this was one of the scenarios that you posed, wherein, you know, I mean, we just started the week, right? Price could get picked back up for this candle to then turn green, and then suddenly this picture that we're seeing in front of us changes entirely.
Yep.
Right? Because suddenly we defend the closes.
Yep.
And this would just look like a hunt. This would look like a tap into liquidity.
And did I mention that wick getting tapped as well? Because this is something that is very plausible that we always look for, especially in the seed program, right? We talk about this through almost every rounded formation that Bitcoin goes through before reversing towards the upside. Now, be very careful with trying to play this, guys. You need to know how to play this using a proper risk management. Don't just expect that for these lows to get tapped into and you go 10x leverage. You have to play it with a defensive mindset. Use it for information and then get aggressive if you need to. And if you're playing the other side of the trade, you can use it defensively as well.
Agree. All right, so this is what Bitcoin is doing on the weekly time frame. What's the date today? Today is the 23rd. We still have about a week.
So I do
and some days left before we close the monthly. That is also going to be a very, very interesting candle close. Go ahead, Sean. You wanted to bring up something else?
Yeah, this daily over here on the let's go ahead and hide everything on your, just hide the Ichimoku. Okay, that's good. This is looking like the perfect trappy setup, right? You essentially close about the 21 EMA, right? Draw on the liquidity by having the confirmed candle close above the structure that everyone was looking for. Now remember, guys, if you guys have been following the video for the past our daily videos for the past like 10 days now, we were far more strict on the range we were looking at. We were looking at this range, right? We weren't going to be convinced until Bitcoin broke above this range. And why is that? It's because I've been victim in the past to moves like this, where I got caught out, and then got dumped on. And look how quickly you see this fast sell-off, right?
Yeah.
This is what you tend to see when you have a lot of traders caught on the wrong side of the trade. Okay, you'll see a quick sell-off. The market does not give them an opportunity to get out of the trades. So this happens really, really fast. And then what happens? Well, you see all of these stops get tapped into as well. So liquidity drawn here, and now back towards the upside. Now, here's the thing, right? Some people are going to argue, hey, this is accumulation. Other people are going to argue this is distribution. You as a trader, you shouldn't, in my opinion at the very least, there is no real point in trying to determine whether it's accumulation or distribution. You play it as a range regardless. And once you get the confirmation, which is either a break towards this side or a break towards this side, well, then you can trade it as one or the other, right? So I was leaning towards, as soon as you got the daily close and the 4-day close underneath, I was leaning more bearish. And even right now, I'm leaning more bearish. So at the moment, I will still lean more bearish on my midterm mindset, right, towards distribution, while my long-term mindset, now this is hard to do, guys, for the rest of you maybe who are new, to divide your mindset into two people. My long-term mindset is saying, hey, this is likely accumulation, which is why I'm buying for the years to come, right? So be very careful though, right? The thing is, if this ends up being distribution, right, and my long-term mindset is wrong, it doesn't matter, because my long-term mindset has way more leeway to accumulate. I will be buying at 20,000 and 25,000 anyways.
Yeah.
So I'm fine over there. But I cannot be wrong on my midterm mindset by that kind of range.
Correct.
Right? So, yeah.
This picture, guys, watch out for how this daily candle closes, because I'll say this. As soon as we start closing, if we close over this region right here, which comes in at around this $33,000 region, I'm saying Bitcoin likely gets back into its range of consolidation.
Exactly.
It's going to be mundane. Yeah. It's going to be like this chop in between two parallels. And yeah, just that's, we're entering the range once again. Okay, so is that a bad thing? No. Once again, the range traders take over from here, right? The scalpers take over from here.
Same thing.
Exactly. These are very, very neat trade setups to be had when Bitcoin is just ranging. So that is one thing to note.
So right over here, Krisha, again, we were talking about this range, right? The beautiful range on the 4-hour time frame. And this is where it's literally such a gorgeous range. From the top to the bottom, to the top, to the bottom, to the top, to the bottom, right? Now look at this. Again, very, very trappy behavior. Literally closed one 4-hour candle underneath, got everyone ready for their trades, had the spill on over to the downside, tapped into the liquidity pools on Coinbase at the very least, Bitstamp as well. I don't think BitMEX actually got tapped. Either that or its low was further down than the other exchanges. But right after that, we see us close right back into the range, to the top of the zone right over there. And now we're threatening to close above the zone that ended up being a liquidity zone right over here as well. So very, very interesting area for Bitcoin over here, where the amateur traders are really, really getting chopped up. And yeah.
Also, just a quick lesson in this. This is where it pays to really get your bids on great reference points as opposed to breakouts. I have fallen victim, you can ask Sean, several times to just breakout buys or breakout sells. And it's excruciating. Like the trade management involved in that is just ridiculous. You're better off just buying it at a good reference point. Now, for example, this right here would have been a good reference point to short at, right? Because we know that Bitcoin has been getting rejected off that region. Then suddenly, if we do break, it becomes very easy to manage, right? If that was a short, price drops all the way back down, we get a breakout, I'm like, this is great, we got a breakout, this is going down to 25k, right? Only for us to then see this next candle. Now imagine for people who actually shorted at the breakout.
Yeah.
Right? That is not rewarding at all. That is actually freaking nerve-wracking as hell.
Yeah.
So, understand where...
And you discussed that yesterday, right?
Right.
You talked about that specifically.
Understand where your edge lies, okay? What kind of... where you want to get your bids in at. Now, this is Bitcoin for you. I don't think... much has really changed. Yes, we had this huge tap into liquidity, but watch out for how the daily closes. Daily closes back over 33k, then I'm saying we start ranging once again.
Yeah.
Okay.
The weekly is going to be really important, and if we do close a really good weekly, it may coincide with us closing a good 4-day candle as well. So let's see.
Yes, sirree. Now let's get on over to SHIB.
SHIB, yes, let's do it.
Okay, so SHIB, is it Shiba Inu? Am I saying that right?
I think so.
Okay, cool. So Shiba Inu is going to be the coin we cover today. And guys, remember, if you want us to cover any altcoin that you are looking at, make sure to go ahead, take this time, pause the video, get down to the comments section and tell us which altcoin you want us to cover, okay? The popular vote wins. Now, because there was no popular vote in this video, Shiba Inu is the winner based on random, just a randomized spin the wheel thing, right? So get down there. Tell us which one you want to cover. And then when you're scrolling back up, you're going to see that like button and the subscribe button. If you haven't already hit the like, smash those likes, because that helps us understand whether or not you guys are enjoying this content.
Yes.
Alrighty. Now, yeah, Shiba Inu. Let's do this. SHIB. Am I doing this right? Okay, I think I got this.
USDT,
All right.
Binance.
SHIB. Is the same? Is it? Okay, this is it.
There you go.
Okay, wow.
Good job, Krisha. Well done.
All right. This is clearly the first time we're pulling up this chart. If you guys haven't already,
I've looked at it before on one of the live streams.
Okay, this is the right. This is the right chart, though, right?
I think so.
Okay.
You may have more price history elsewhere, but it doesn't matter. Look at the weekly.
All right. That's right. This is the 4-hour.
Whoa. Okay. No. Maybe another chart then. Maybe another exchange. I'm not sure.
Shiba Inu.
Maybe FTX or Polo. Polo should have had it first. There you go.
Oh, Sean. Wow. Yeah. I am impressed.
The live streams, man.
Alrighty. Okay, this is interesting. There's not much price history on it, so we'll
is it distribution? Is it
start off
accumulation?
with at least drawing in some decent horizontals. I think you can draw some half decent horizontals on here, right? We are currently in a range, my friends. All right, the range for Shiba Inu on the daily time frame. These are in decimals, Sean. My word. Okay, we have to change our decimals.
Precision.
Precision, whatever. Let's do this. Wow. Okay. Yeah, that's gonna have to work.
So wait. Let's just how much is this drawdown?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's bear market.
85%. But hey, if it does get back to all-time highs, that's going to be like thousands of percent.
Yeah, no, it's gonna be volatile as hell.
It's
just gonna go up in one straight. That's how these charts move, right? Every chart has a signature. Now, if this is SHIB's signature, it's likely gonna do the same thing when it does start an uptrend, if you can even call it a trend. But anyways, the range right now that SHIB is sort of trading within goes in at this 78. No, it's USDT.
Okay, let's just pretend it's Shiba cents.
Okay, Shiba cents.
78 Shiba cents.
Yeah, 78 Shiba cents down to 62 Shiba cents, and this is a thing now. Alrighty, and yeah, that's pretty much your range. What is this? From where price is at right now to the top of the range, that's going to be a good 14%. It's only once we start really breaking that 78 cent region will we actually be, you know, taking another move to the upside. The next possible sort of resistance comes in at 99. Right, but so far I do believe SHIB is in a range. You could see a falling channel of sorts.
Okay, so what we could be seeing here is, you're right, Krisha, I do agree that we are in a range with Shiba Inu. We have lows though, right? So low, 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 low. We have, sorry, low, 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 high, low, high, low, high. And now, however, we have a low, low, possible double bottom, right? Again, this is too premature, guys, because as soon as we take out this wick low here, this double bottom is completely negated. But if we do reach our way back to the top of the range over here that Krisha just mentioned, coming in at around 99 Shiba cents, at that point, well, we have a potential W-like formation, right? Now over here, if we do break out and you start seeing confluence across the market and you start seeing Bitcoin dominance also pull back, well, that could be a trade that people might be looking for. But to be honest, going back to Shiba Inu, oops, I lost a chart. I think Shiba Inu is the kind of volatile chart that...
Second one.
Right. Is it? Oh, oops. Yeah, so if we start seeing strength in the altcoin markets and Shiba Inu also break out of this range over here, it may actually make its way all the way up right over here to 150 Shiba cents, which is a good 50% move, right? I believe. Oops. From here. Yeah.
Wow.
So.
Yeah, when this chart actually starts moving, it's going to be volatile, and it's going to be
there's opportunity.
Yeah, but also there's going to be it's going to be a bloodbath to the downside. Yeah. So it is important that you are on the right side of this trade, because these ranges, while they may look small on our chart, they are not small. Like, think about it. If this drops from here,
this is a 36% move.
You do not want to be losing 36% of your equity, because even whatever you manage to save can help with your future trades.
And the thing is, these charts are so volatile, guys, that you may have your candle close above this range over here, coming in at 40 Shiba cents, for us to only wick all the way down to 23 Shiba cents. So that's the wick could easily be another 40%. And you guys would be like, no way, that's not possible. Well, I'm pretty sure we can find a wick that's around that much. Okay, that's a 20% wick right there, and that's a 33% wick right there. So yeah, when you start seeing people capitulate, right, you're going to see crazy moves, so be careful.
Yeah, but this is what Shiba's up to.
So
Sean...
upside targets around 150 Shiba cents, downside targets, Krisha, I believe that was 40 Shiba cents, right?
Yes.
So Krisha's right, we are in a range, possible double bottom over here. Putting in a W-like formation will likely have us breaking towards the upside. If we do get that break, right, and we see confirmation of high highs, higher lows, well, then the move towards 150 Shiba cents is likely a possibility.
Yes, I agree. And that is your analysis for Shiba. Now, don't forget, guys, tell us which coin you want us to cover in tomorrow's video. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this one. With this, trade safely, trade stress-free, trade the mango way, trade the easy way. Ciao.
Ciao, guys.